What's up, my friends? Coming over here with a quick video, inspired because I just was with my ladies in the Miracle Worker Method. And sorry, I'm adjusting this stand here. All right, here we go. So I was with my ladies in the Miracle Worker Method. You know, they're all coaches, healers, guides. They're doing something where they're bringing their medicine into the world. And of course, making money. That is a big part of it, and we don't need to hide from that or shy away from it. But I want to talk about how the ego will complicate this and how the soul simplifies it, right? So the soul simplifies things because you get this intuition, this nudge, go here, try that, experience this, share this, say that. And we get the nudge. It's simple. Right? It's simple. We can just step forward and we can just do it. But the ego comes through with all of the doubts, the criticism, the limitation, all of the voices of your parents, your ex-lover, the negative Nancys, if you will, in your head. And what happens is I want you to think about the places that your soul is guiding you to, whether it's into a creation mode, whether it's into a new experience, whether it's into a new relationship. Where is your soul guiding you? And are you willing to just trust it and go for the journey? Here's what's going to happen though. As you say yes and go into that journey, you may have some kickback because your ego doesn't like it. We're leaving the safety zone. We're going into unfamiliar territory. Where are we even going? I don't know if I like this. And this is where you get to simplify and surrender. I am here because I've been guided to this. And I always have a saying, if God is guiding me to it, God is going to guide me through it. I don't have to worry. My ego may freak out. My ego may say, but I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know if I like this. My ego may say, I don't know if I belong here. I don't know if anyone's going to want this. I don't know if anyone's going to buy this. I don't know if I'm good enough, if I'm ready. That's all the ego. It's complicated. It complicates things. It loves to compare and measure. Now, if we can just simplify things, the simplicity is, I was called to do this. And if I'm called to do this, you fill in the blank with your thing, right? If you're called to do it, can you step into it and say yes, right? So I'm curious, what is it that you're being called to step into? What are you being called to create? What are you being called to explore? Maybe there's something that you're being called to step away from, but you are complicating it because you don't know what you're being called to step into. But that's how life works. A chapter closes so that another one can open. So this is a very vague message because I'm talking generally here, right? When I was just with my ladies in the Miracle Worker Method, we were talking about this as it relates to taking your business into the world and just getting the things done. You don't see, but my dog is chasing her tail over here. If you can hear it, it's really funny. When we're thinking about how we're going to do this with our business, I just want to remind you all that business does not have to be complicated, right? It does not have to be complicated. We complicate it. We complicate it because we're looking at someone else's business that is in year 5, in year 8, in year 10. And we want to look at our business in month 6. And then we're thinking, well, shouldn't I have all these things? Shouldn't I do all this? Shouldn't it look like this? And that's ego, comparing and measuring. Comparing and measuring. Why do my dogs always want to fight and do the things when I am trying to make a video? Hold on. Come here. I'm going to hold her so I can get this out real quick. Okay, I'm good. I have her. Okay. So real quick, I know that was a big distraction on a little free video session over here. But you know what? I can't keep talking over them. But let me get this out. And I'm going to leave you with this. There's things that you've been called to do, and it's simple. Your soul has asked you to do it. You don't have to know step A to Z. You don't even have to know step A to D. You just have to know that you are willing to walk to step A and say, I'm all in. And as you step in and say, I'm all in, you got to know that the ego is going to come through and try to complicate it. It's like so predictable. It's so predictable. It will say things like, I don't know if you're ready yet. I don't know if that's good enough yet. I don't know if you have enough money. I don't know if you can. I don't know if anyone will like it. What will they think? And this is where you have to constantly drop into alignment. And remember, my soul is simple. Let's keep this simple. I'm going to show up for my calling. Amber says, I am willing. Yes, love. So we have to then let go of the language around the ego's complications, right? Which is, I don't know how. I'm confused. I'm lost. I'm struggling. I'll never get it done. I never figure this out. I suck at this. Like, this is the ego complicating. So we have to know the language of the ego and just know that it's coming because it's predictable, right? So I'm going to leave you all with this. So this is just a little quick tidbit because I got off my call with my ladies and I was like, I feel like I have more to say. Maybe I should just do a podcast episode, but it's so interesting when I do these calls late and then I get inspired late at night. I'm like, I have so much to share. But I want you all to know this, that I'm not special because I feel guidance, and no one else is special because you see them like, oh my God, I feel guided. Oh my God, I feel this. We all have it. We're all tuned into the same source. The same intelligence that has birthed me, birthed you. The same intelligence that gives me an intuitive hit is giving you an intuitive hit. The only difference is our awareness. I'm expecting it. I'm looking for it. I've learned the language of the ego and I've learned not to let it run my life. And that is just a practice. It's just a practice. So this is my invitation to you, is just be willing to keep practicing. Keep practicing. Keep being willing to let go of that language of the ego, and then be willing to allow the soul's graceful simplicity to really create grace in your life. Because grace takes you places. You know what I'm about to say. It takes you places that hustling can't. And grace is available at all times for all of us in all ways. But we've got to be willing to let go of all of our complications and all of our tight gripping, and I got to know how it's going to work and where all the people are going to come from and where the money's going to come and who's going to come my way. Like, you're not meant to know that yet. But remember what I said earlier. You don't have to know step A to Z. You don't have to know step A to D, but you just have to walk up to step A fully willing and say, I'm all in. Show me what you have, universe. Show me what you've got for me. All right. So friends, I'm going to run. I'm sending you so much love. If you feel called to share what you're creating, stepping into, what your step A is, share it below, inspire someone. Let us know what you're up to. Because look, each of us shares our willingness, our story, our declaration. It inspires us. Like, it lights something off in each of us. That's why I love other people's declarations of like, I'm coming to Jesus, or I'm all in on my business, or I'm coming out of the closet. I don't care what you're sharing. When you are fully being yourself and declaring it and owning that shit, it's inspiring, right? Like, I don't even care if I agree. It's just, there's a level of self-ownership and trust and faith that comes with someone coming out and sharing themselves that I just love. So anyway, friends, have a beautiful night. I'll talk to you soon.